as we mentioned earlier, the cluster B personalities tend to be dramatic and erratic in their underlying presentation. And this one, people with antisocial, which is under the cluster B, have a history of failing to comply with social norms. They tend to perform actions that others would find completely unacceptable, such as stealing from friends and family. They tend to be irresponsible. They tend to be deceitful and impulsive. So that is the antisocial personality. Then we have borderline personality disorder, which lacks stability in their mood. Their relationships with other people tend to be unstable. They tend to have really poor self-esteem, and they tend to feel very empty inside, like a shell of themselves. They often will be at risk for suicide attempts and suicide, generally speaking. We have under this cluster the histrionic personality disorders. Those tend to be people who are overly dramatic. They often appear like they're acting. So they tend to be really kind of way up there. And then finally, under cluster B, we have narcissistic personality disorder. And these folks tend to think very highly of themselves beyond kind of their real abilities. They consider themselves somehow very different and unique and deserving of special treatment, comparatively speaking. So that's the cluster B personality disorders, just sort of briefly. You'll read about these more thoroughly in your chapter though.